Of Warwickshire County Cricket Club, and the venue today for the Super 6 match between South Africa and New Zealand. The supporters of both sides protected against the weather again today. It's overcast, slightly cool, still plenty of space left around the stands, I have to say. This is the forecast today, though, mainly cloudy with sunny spells and maybe a slight chance of a shower at some stage in the middle of the day. But once again, we hope we'll get away with it and have uninterrupted cricket.
Cammy Smith of the West Indies is our match referee today, and Stephen Fleming of New Zealand's going to toss the coin, and Hansie Cronje is going to call. Hansie's called ahead, and it is heads. So South Africa have won the toss. Hansie, what are you going to do?
Well, we're going to have a bat. It looks a good strip. They used it the other day, England versus India, and it looks a really good strip. So hopefully we can get some runs on the board, put them under pressure.
A really dramatic victory for you against Pakistan the other day.
Yeah, the guys played well from 58 for 5 to get there. So I'm very happy with that. Take the 2 points and go.
So have you got an unchanged side today?
Yeah, same side as it's been playing in the last 5 matches. So we're very happy with the way things are going, and just got to keep continuing that way.
And many happy returns for Donald, Pollock and Woolmer back at Edgbaston.
Yeah, I'm sure they would enjoy the chance of playing in front of their home supporters here.
OK, good luck today, Hansie.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Paul.
Stephen, bad luck on the point only at Headingley. You missed out a bit there, didn't you?
Probably a little bit, but it was out of our hands, so there's not too much you can do about it. And moving on to this game.
You too have got a Warwickshire old boy, Roger Too's, returning to Edgbaston.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fond memories, and it's nice to have a bit of local knowledge within the side.
Are you worried about having to bowl first?
Not really. It's a little bit overcast. It looks a good wicket, but it has moved around a little bit in the morning, and we're hoping to do so the same today. OK, Stephen, good luck today. Thanks, Bob.
Well, Hansie Cronje of South Africa's won the toss, and they're going to bat first.
Today's teams: New Zealand with Nathan Astle and Matt Horn at the top of the order. They were in good form the other day. It's a reasonably strong-looking batting lineup. They're going to have to chase, as South Africa have decided to bat first, and New Zealanders rely a lot on Jeff Allett again, who is the leading wicket taker in this tournament. South Africa unchanged from their recent matches. They'll need more from their top order. For once they'll try not to leave it all to Lance Klusen, I'm sure, who has been the outstanding player for them in this tournament. This game of vital importance to both teams as the umpires take the field.
Jeff Allett's been something of a revelation in this World Cup tournament. He's bowled very well with the new ball. He's coming into Gary Kirsten. I think Kirsten was expecting that to arrive almost a second before it did. Jeff Allett has worked very, very hard on his bowling. He's been coached by Dale Headley back in New Zealand.
Problem.
That'll open South Africa's account, a wide down the leg side. Stephen Fleming is prepared to attack these South African openers. He's got 2 slips and a gully in position. He had no hesitation whatsoever in batting first when he won the toss. And a no ball follows the wide. This pitch has already been used in the competition. India beating England and causing the host nation's embarrassing exit even before the Super 6 stage. And again, Kirsten off that inside edge, very close to the stumps. It's been bowled out in one-day internationals a massive 22 times. That's the end of the first over, a pretty eventful one. 3 for no wicket. Rain-affected Test series, which South Africa won 1-0. At last, the first boundary of the day, through mid-wicket. Nash straying onto leg stump and paying a heavy penalty.
That's better, Gary Kirsten. That's a sign of confidence. Leg stumpish, goodish length. Kirsten knows there's no one out on the leg side, so as we have a look at the strip that has been used once before in the England-India match. A few cracks there, but it's level. Even covering of grass. So it's playing according to the way it looks. Even bounce, and that's a good shot. It's found the gap on the offside this time. And twos, Roger twos, and it's going to go all the way. So Kirsten's second boundary in the over.
Nash punished first on the leg side, this time on the off. Full half volley through extra cover, and the ball gaining pace all the way to the rope.
And that's been put away nicely. Well, a rare loose delivery from Jeff Allett.
It's been a quiet morning, as I was suggesting earlier in the over, but that's overthrow, been a real mistake, and the ejectory to Gary Kirsten.
Good contest here. Oh, Jeff Allett doing everything bar get the ball onto the stumps. Great effort.
Bit of a tight call this, particularly because the ball doesn't really go off the pitch, and therefore the bowler coming on in through his follow-through has got first crack at it, if you like, and it would have been gone. Herschelle Gibbs.
Well, that was uppish. Nicely struck. It was firmly struck. Probably about 3 yards wide of McMillan at cover. It went past at about waist height.
He placed it well. There's a bit more pace from Chris Cairns now that Nash is out of the attack, and Gibbs has jumped at this.
They can take the run this time, which will take them on to 50. Another leg by.
Yes.
That's a good shot too. Just let it come to him and really punched it away. 54 without loss now.
The team card would perhaps tell you that it would be Kallis, but there'll be one or two more who will be padded up there. As you think Cronje will be padded up. Boucher's done the job at 3. Klusner can, but so vital down the order.
Well, set a feel for that one.
You can laugh. Improvised. Shake of the head from Lawson. Just line and length, nothing different, but it's premeditated. There are no fielders over there.
A few more grey ones, I think, for that.
No! Quick, Gav.
That was a bit McEnroe-ish, I think. Just the way.
No, there's nothing wrong with that shot. Just going to bounce once into the ropes. Just starting to warm up.
Well, no fielders behind the keeper, and no fielders at long on. Length ball, just a bit full of length. Good swing of the arms by Gary Kirsten. One bounce.
83 without loss now. If they were to continue at this rate, that gives them a total of around 200. But I think the next figure is much more realistic.
So do I, and the rest, I think. They've got some big hitters to come. No wickets down. Good pitch.
And a few more shots like that, and they'll be up around the 270, 280 mark. Nothing Gavin Larson can do about it. Good improvisation from Gary Kirsten.
Premeditated shot and executed perfectly. It's a help-on sweep. No fielders down there. It's an easy shot to play. It's a good option. He's not smiling now.
Ironically, despite the fact I've talked a little bit about the failings of South Africa's top order, in fact, These two are the only opening pair to have made a century opening partnership. And despite the appeal, vociferous as it was, they're onto it now. 100 runs without losing a wicket. The second time in the tournament, South Africa. That 100 coming up in the second ball of the 24th over.
Huge appeal from Chris Harris. He obviously thought it hit the pad first. And it just might have. It was the back pad as well. And if that did hit the back pad first, as Gary Kirsten pushes one to mid-wicket. Just a slower delivery. Extra slow one from Harris.
Might have got in the way. Nice controlled hook shot by Gary Kirsten. Takes him on to 50. So a good little innings just from Gary Kirsten. He's the sort of man, when he does hit form, who will make hundreds from his position at the top of the order. He's been out of form really throughout the tournament. He's tended to struggle, but he's got himself into a good position now.
Gets himself into a good position there as well. Very well controlled hook shot, good balance. 79 deliveries for his 50 with 6 boundaries.
That's a great shot. That's beautifully played. Kevin Larson can't get round to that one. 50 for Herschelle Gibbs.
Warm applause from this large crowd here at Edgbaston for Herschelle Gibbs' 50, and a glorious shot. A little bit of width offered by Nash.
He's hit that even better. Too short from Dion Nash.
Fatal mistake by Nash, having overpitched fractionally the time before and been dispatched to the boundary. This time he bowls it short, and Herschelle Gibbs very quick onto that.
Third one through. Real purple patch here for Herschelle Gibbs. But to be honest, all Herschelle Gibbs has done is take advantage of 3 poor deliveries from Dion Nash. 2 of them been overpitched, 1 too short. But all credit to the batsman. He's hit them all out of the meat of the bat. Placed them all beautifully. 12 off the over and still 2 deliveries left. Ironic groans from the crowd. Herschelle Gibbs just starting to unleash. That's his second 60 of the tournament. Now becomes his best score of the tournament. 61 not out, 127 without loss, South Africa. Seems that every 5 overs or so there's a good productive over for the South Africans, but they've got to make these last 20 count. And even if they score at 6 runs and over, they'll be up to 261. That's a great effort. Chris Cairns made an awful lot of ground to get to that. It's leg byes. Three of them, but he made a good 50 yards to get to that and just tucks it in a few inches from the boundary. Just as well to check though.
Oh, nice.
Nicely bowled, just a little bit of something in that one.
Ball in suddenly out the blue. Someone bowls a delivery like the one before last.
That's out of the middle of that bat too.
Work you.
Jeff Allett doing well to get the throw in quickly. Makes all the difference. You've got to get to the ball first. You've got to get the ball back in the air quickly just to discourage the batsman from coming back for that second.
And that is a perfect example of that. Problems.
Quick single from the last ball. It's 146 without loss. Chris Harris about to start his 7th over of the innings. Herschelle Gibbs trying to find some space from somewhere to hit it away, but just finds that man on the cover boundary again. Single from the first ball. Time for another change in the commentary box, so David Lloyd is with
Entertainment watching these two using their feet against Chris Harris. That's excellent running. Slightly risky, but these two respond so well to one another's calls.
They run wonderfully well, and it's just that knock forward by Chris Cairns that's just prompting her to run through.
Harris and Gavin Larson, for that matter. Kirsten and Gibbs giving Stephen Fleming plenty of problems here. Mark, and with 10 wickets in hand, South Africa should achieve at least that. Well, that's a fairly outrageous effort, but it'll pick up 2 more runs. It brings up the 150 for South Africa. They're 151 now after 32. Very even scoring too. Both batsmen on 67. Kirsten's faced 15 more balls and scored 1 more boundary.
And they're enjoying themselves too. Kirsten, the reverse sweep, the reverse swipe, call it what you want, very productive. Just changes hands.
.67 apiece then for Gary Kirsten and Herschelle Gibbs. There's a fielder out there, but he's been cleared, the rope's been cleared. That's a big 6 for Gary Kirsten.
6 is up, no fielders in the sky. It's a leaf out of Klusner's book, is this. Swing of the bat, high into the air. Fielder out there, but long gone. Gary Kirsten this time. Real left-hander shot, pick it up.
4,000 one-day runs now to Gary Kirsten. It'll take him on to 4,003. 15 overs left, 168 for no wicket. There's a gap there. Despairing effort from Matt Horn down at long leg. But the pace on the ball was always going to get the better of him.
South Africa have done the homework to these slower bowlers, and again Gibbs getting in position very, very quickly for a sweep against. Don't look like taking any wickets at the minute. Till then.
Well, it had worked successfully for Kirsten before, but this time a rather soft dismissal. But a terrific innings all the same. 82, he faced just on 120 balls. Just getting there too soon, and the ball looping to Dion Nash at mid-wicket. So at last, New Zealand get a breakthrough. Kirsten gone for 82, 176 for 1. With just 13 overs and 3 balls to go in the South African innings, Hansie Cronje has promoted Lance Klusner up to number 3. He's having an unbelievable World Cup, yet to be dismissed. His strike rate is fantastic. Stephen Fleming has brought 2 extra men into the circle.
Mid-wicket. He's away. Fasten your seatbelts. It's Lance's lot.
The ball is hit so powerfully by Klusner. Just had the one-sighter before following through with this straight drive. Along with New Zealand's Jeff Allett. Lance Klusner, one of the surprise packages of this World Cup '99. Gibbs on strike to Larson.
Wait. No.
Very gifted cricketer, Lance Klusner. He moves coming in. I wonder if shoulders just dropped a bit. Here he comes. It's a big effort, averaging 46, strike rate 93. Look out. Oh, yes.
He's picked that up. There's a rope inside the boundary, and it clears it easily.
This should be a top 13 overs for South Africa. Just a pick-up. Lovely timing, way back. Ian Robinson, arms aloft, 6. 83 not out, Gibbs.
Respite for the New Zealanders. With him to slog at every ball. Well, not yet a while anyway. They'll have their eyes on that biggest figure there. 10 runs and over, maybe slightly optimistic, but I think from here they'll be disappointed if they don't get up to 300. Bowled him out. The party's over for Lance Klusner. The last time he was dismissed was against New Zealand, and Gavin Larson's done the trick this time. Klusner goes for just that one beautifully struck boundary. Revenge for Larson.
Lance is in and Lance is out. And a brisk walk, just a little nudge there. Thanks for coming, thanks for popping in, take your coat, off you go. And I've done him again. Lance Klusner goes, 4 in 5, 187 for 2.
Jacques Kallis is the new batsman. Although he went for a 6, that's an important over from Gavin Larson. 1 for 44 from his 8 overs, and a vital wicket always in the one.
As you say, he's missed a few, just as New Zealand have missed a few also in the infield. That one getting away from Chris Harris once again.
That's better running this time, turning that to 3. Herschelle Gibbs, I'm just wondering if he's got a little bit of cramp. Just stretching off he was at the end of that 3. He might just have a little cramp or maybe a hamstring twinge. Chris Harris to continue. And I think that Jacques Kallis has decided that it's time to push the right foot down on the accelerator.
Well, he's taken on about 10 cars in one hit. He's really overtaken the lot here. Over.
Yeah, and that one's just in front of our commentary box. Now, we were talking about 300. I'm actually surprised that more people don't attack Chris Harris a bit like this. I think, particularly on good batting wickets. Yes.
Wonderful strike.
Nice, H. Great work.
That's nicely placed. Good bit of fielding from Dean Nash, but I think that good bit of fielding is unfortunately going to cost the bowler and his team one more run. He would probably have only gone for a single if it had gone straight down the field.
been a lot of near misses for New Zealand in that area, just 20 or so metres from the bat.
Now that's even further. He's got it in for us. Peppering the commentary box. Is this allowed? Good stuff, eh? Good clean hitting. 18 off this over so far. And still one more ball. Impressive, eh? 4-6 dot ball. 2-6.
Nice, Harry.
It's just pushed down the ground. It's the over they've been looking for, South Africa. It's 223 now for 2. No other messed his figures up. Last over, 19 off the last one. So, all in all, he did a excellent bowling. That gives Jeff Hallett a well-deserved record, his 19th wicket, and the perfect Yorker.
Magnificent stuff from the Cantabrian. He's been accurate all through this World Cup, and he's thoroughly deserved this record. 19th wicket, going past Akram, McDermott and Roger Binney. That is terrific stuff. The key man too, Herschelle Gibbs, is gone.
What makes this an even better delivery, as you say, it's Herschelle Gibbs, the man who's been there for a long time. 91, he's gone for off 118 deliveries, and Jeff Hallett, it's his record-breaking wicket. It's 228 for 3. Daryl Cullinan, the new man, crease, and that's a great wicket for Jeff Hallett. But I'm just wondering, Martin, whether that's the best thing that could have happened from New Zealand's point of view. You've got fresh legs out there. You've got Hansie Cronje and Jonty Rhodes waiting to come in as well. 6 overs to go. I don't know. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to keep some batsmen in there. But Jeff Hallett, a well-deserved record. Chris Cairns. And the first ball's driven away. Roger's moving away. And does well. Restricts Kallis to just the single.
End.
A long time. Well bowled, slower ball, and amazingly the slower ball has deceived everybody, including us up here, and Al Cullinan, well, he's on his way back to the pavilion.
Well, Jeff Hallett has come up with his best delivery, and in many ways at the death this is Chris Cairns's. The slower ball, it's a big off spinner. Cullinan just stopped the shot completely, and the ball just hit a stationary bat, ballooned up, and that's a good catch. So successive wickets for the New Zealanders. Cullinan has gone second ball without troubling the scorers, 229 for 4.
Hansie Cronje. Now, he's due for a score. Hasn't had a great World Cup so far. The reason he's at the crease,
Much as normal. But seeing that the ball was just ballooning off Cullinan's bat, he's taken a good catch by Chris Cairns, his first wicket.
oh, it's a great shot. It's one bounce over extra cover. It's the perfect reply to what was a great over. 7 runs from it, 1 wicket. It's 235 for 4.
I'm just wondering if car boot sales around the country and the sudden surge in the demand for always one at this stage of the innings to the men on the edge of the circle. Kallis has raced to 40. It's been a very good innings from him. 40 from 30 balls. Powerful man. And aided and abetted here by Hansi Cronje. 14 from 11. Could be 2 here. And the 250 up now for South Africa.
And New Zealand looking for damage limitation. South Africa looking for 275. That'll be a target in the mines.
That's good bowling. Jeff Allett following the feet of Hansi Cronje as he tried to give himself space to hit it over the offside.
Foot, I'm sure, for a big shot through cover.
Half right, anyway. Again, Jeff Allett is following the principle, if you keep the ball in at the batsman's toes, that's limiting the potential for the swing of the bat. It can be very effective. I just think of that one to Hansi Cronje. Cronje had gone so far to leg side that, in fact, had he bowled it straight, or even just wide of off stump, he would have been probably 1 run for the better. I don't think the South African captain would have reached it.
He knows that they're both looking to play through the offside, both powerful players. So he's tightened his line, Allett. And it's a guessing game now. Where's he going to go?
It's fun. It doesn't always work. I mean, Cronje trying that time the in out, gets 1 for it. 253 for 4. Two overs left. Chris Cairns hoiked away by Hansi Cronje. Well, it's all a bit of a gamble at this stage. Cronje knows he's got plenty of wickets in hand, but he just wants to make contact with bat on ball. A couple of big blows here would get them close to that 275.
I think New Zealand are doing well. Just in these last stages, the bowlers are just getting it in the right place. Both batsmen, Kallis and Cronje, looking at his arms, but the boundaries just haven't come recently. Be quite happy, damage limitation, singles only if you can for a bowling side, dot balls paramount. He's gone.
No! Gone through with that. That's out of the ground almost. No ball call just to compound the misery. And that counts 7, I'm told. 1 for the Noble, 6 the runs.
And a bonus ball. That's out of here. A long way back.
Same again, that's the same arc. And they'll be issuing helmets in that part of the crowd soon. Successive 6s for Hansi Cronje. Chris Cairns just dropping 2 short here. He's had great control of the line and the length up until these 2 last deliveries. Little respite. Just the one this time.
Hold on, Mac. Mac.
So Cronje's taking it away from them again. Oh yes! Oh!
That's climbing many a mile again. Well, the wheels have come off for Chris Cairns. South Africa really enjoying that over. 24 runs came from it. 3 6s, 3 1s, a 2, a no ball. Just when we were saying that New Zealanders had bowled really well
One over to go, 277. The target's been reached, 275. What are they looking for now? Another 24, goodness. Up to 300. Let's see.
Well, he's hit that very well. Jeff Hallett got it right into the slot. Two more bring up the 50 partnership in just 29 deliveries. Well, Jeff Hallett will have seen that last over. Would have been very glad it wasn't him bowling it, but knows what he's got to do. He's got to keep it right up there. Anything length, and you've seen how Cronier especially gets underneath it, uses the bounce of the ball to get it up and over. That's powerfully struck yet again. Nathan Astle, the man out there, that's long off.
Well, South Africa, terrific start to the innings and an excellent finish. Jeff Hallett, best bowler, looking to get it full of length, looking for a Yorker. But this has been mayhem just in these last few overs for South Africa.
Well bowled. This is not the time to be a bowler, is it? No fun at all.
No, it's not. The responsibility's with him. Captain there, Stephen Fleming, but Jeff Hallett to give themselves room outside leg stump. And that's a classy effort from him. But there's 3 to go. Kallis looking for big ones.
Cronier looked to come back for 2. He ran that first one brilliantly. That's a direct hit. And got him. Well, great fielding. Cronier obliged to come back for the second. And he knew full well that once that ball had hit, it was all over for him. No need of recourse to the third umpire. Lovely piece of fielding from Dean Nash.
Well, terrific fielding. Bullseye shot from Nash. Cronier even sees a funny side of it. It's wonderful. And Jeff Hallett once again bowling it right in the slot. Top innings from Cronier, 39 from 22, just what the innings wanted. 283 for 5.
Well, it was a great little innings. That previous over from Chris Cairns hit, he'd have made it. 50 for Jacques Kallis. Jonty Rhodes, the man coming back again, and Kallis struggling. But that's the difference. If you hit directly, and from that range it would be almost impossible, then the man's got problems. That's Jacques Kallis' third 50 of the competition. And the South Africans have really done well here. They had that steady platform set up by Gibbs and Kirsten. And the big guns have really fired. Jonty will look for the second again. He'll make it. They're going to throw to Kallis' end. And that extra distance, always a problem. It's a long way there from long off. So the innings closes with South Africa on 287 for 5. They managed 93 off their last 10 overs. That's what I mean by capitalising, building on that platform that was set by the openers. And the game really racing forward in that last 10 overs. Great stuff from Jacques Kallis. But the New Zealanders have a tough target. Very productive South African innings. Great platform from Gary Kirsten and Herschelle Gibbs, 82 and 91 respectively. The first disappointment of the tournament for Lance Klusener, out for 4, but then Jacques Kallis came in, blasted his 53 from 36. Daryl Cullinan deceived by Chris Cairns, out without scoring, and then Hansie Cronier as well, 39 from 22. And that's good batting, great stuff, great entertainment from the South Africans. finishing on 287 for 5. Some of those figures got readjusted a bit in those closing overs. Jeff Allott becomes the leading wicket taker in the tournament, 1 for 42. None for 44, Dion Nash. 1 for 55 from 7, Chris Cairns. That expensive last over ruined his figures. 1 for 47, Larson. None for 59, Chris Harris. Eventually someone getting after him. And 6 overs, no maidens. 1 for 29 for Nathan Astle. So as a result of all that, New Zealand now need to score at 5.76 runs per over to make the 288 runs that they need to win this match.
This is how Horn's decided to play. Flashing shot. Pollock to Horn. It's a good shot. Beautifully timed. Next to pace of Pollock, bringing that ball nicely onto the bat. Yep. Again, nicely timed. This is how Horn started off against Zimbabwe. It's his 3rd four. Kallis to Astle. And a huge shot down the leg side. Astle's not interested, nor Ian Robinson. South Africa are absolutely astonished.
There's a very big noise here and a big shout from the South Africans, but I think you will see from that the ball just clipped the batsman's thigh. I don't think this actually hit the glove at all.
He's taken the catch at second slip. Beautiful delivery from Kallis. He's been looking to pitch that away swing in the right place. He's got it, and that's the end of Horn. And New Zealand now 20 for 1, and we're in the 6th over.
Matthew Horn actually tries to keep this ball down, but Sean Pollock takes a very comfortable catch to his left. He celebrates. Matthew Horn would be a little bit disappointed at that. He's gone for 12. New Zealand are 20 for 1.
Batsman Craig McMillan. Oh, that must be out or close to it, but no. Venkat says no. Pollock bowls from so close to the stumps, almost in line from wicket to wicket.
Sean Pollock is very close here, but this ball might even have cut a little bit too much. You could see the off stump there, so might just have been missing leg. Might even have been a little bit too high. Umpire Venkat says no.
Kallis to McMillan. Yep. There'll be a referral. Took his chances. Certainly was always going for 2.
Well, the first look at this suggests that it might just be out. It is going to be close. King balls it in, keep his hand down. Wow, what do we do with this? That might just be marginally in. The return comes back from Lance Klusner, and I think he's just made it.
It's a really shot, it really was. It was in the slot it was going to go.
Craig McMillan, the batsman. Yes! He's got this one away, or has he? Well, a fumble from Jonty Rhodes. You don't see that every day. And immediately he apologises to the rest of the South African team because there could easily have been a run out there. He's down quickly, but just lets the ball go. And there was certain hesitation between the batsmen. Slip.
Zealand lose their second wicket.
Astle, I think he may have just played away from himself. No, not too bad actually. It's just been a ball that's left him slightly, and Cullinan's good first slip stayed down, taken it very comfortably. So Astle departs. 9, New Zealand 2 for 30.
So some work required now by New Zealand, and New Zealand's captain Stephen Fleming has come to the crease. And, the world's fastest strike bowler coming on, Alan Donald. Well, strangely, first ball, Fleming has got it away. The direction not quite right from Alan Donald, and it's 4 runs to the New Zealand total.
Well, that's just a little bit leg side from Alan Donald, and just allowing Fleming to just roll the wrists. Good time.
Steve Elworthy is the bowler from the pavilion end. Oh, lovely shot. Well, that was really a stand and deliver type shot. It wasn't a true hard volley, but just a fraction of width. And out, no ball. Well, the South Africans are celebrating, but umpire Venkat has given a no ball for height, I believe. It went over shoulder high, and immediately it went up over shoulder high. Umpire Venkat put his arm out.
Here it is, yes, McMillan, it's gloved in, and an athletic take by Boucher.
Donald to McMillan. There's a man back now after 15 overs. So a good shot, but only 1 run. 50 for New Zealand. A loss of 2 wickets. And it's come at a relatively slow pace.
Just stood and flat batted that. It's along the straight boundary at the city end, but it's still 4. Third 4 for Stephen Fleming. Got it. Sort of desperation shots now New Zealand have got to try. It's 5 in the ring, no slip. Elworthy to Fleming. That's a better shot. Beautifully timed, he waited for that one. Elworthy to McMillan. Rhodes got a hand to it. He's done some spectacular things in his career, and that was nearly 1 more.
It just needed another 6 inches of height. Jonty Rhodes, brilliant it would have been, absolutely brilliant. Just touched it.
That's been coming for a long while because he's faced 43 balls, only for 12 runs before that one.
Backing it.
And that's pretty good bowling from Steve Elworthy. He's had McMillan on the back foot, and that's been intentional. This one's pitched a little further up, trying to induce the drive. McMillan's got enough bat on it to get it over the top.
Now Donald to Fleming. That was desperation time. Simply had to go once it was pitched up. 5th 4 for Stephen Fleming.
South Africa had a few nice big ones at the end of the innings.
Oh, catch!
Well, found the gap on the onside, and it's a much needed boundary. Certainly took a risk in playing that shot. That's the sort of risks that they have to take at this stage.
And there were shouts of catch it here, but the only person who might have caught this would be umpire Venkat standing up.
Oh, it's in the air, and Herschelle Gibbs takes a comfortable catch. Nancy Cronje in his first over picks up the wicket of Craig McMillan, and that is the 3rd New Zealand wicket to fall.
Just 93 on the board, so they really are struggling.
Well, it might have been a slow ball here. Craig McMillan again trying to hit the ball over mid-wicket. This time it goes straight up. Very long time to come down to Herschelle Gibbs, but look at that. Nonchalant.
Well, this match has any number of players who know this ground well. Alan Donald and Sean Pollock from South Africa. Well, I think that was his off-cutter, and it really did bite into the pitch and deviate considerably.
But because Lance Klusener is a fast bowler, this is an off-cutter. That more was like an off-break.
Stephen Fleming on strike, and a hit straight back past the bowler, hit very hard as well. And well, how unlucky. Alan Donald, beautifully stopped, but it just went out of his grasp and onto the boundary rope. 100 up for New Zealand.
Martin Crowe, 4,704. Good batsman in that lineup.
Fleming in the air and taken by Sean Pollock. Bid on. Stephen Fleming is the man gone, New Zealand's captain, trying to hit out. He's been frustrated for some considerable time. He's now been caught by Pollock off Cronje for 42.
Well, Stephen Fleming might have been beaten here from the lack of pace and the shortness of the delivery. He tries to hit over the top, just succeeds in giving Sean Pollock a very easy catch. New Zealand 107 for 4.
Well, here's a man who can hit some lusty blows. New Zealand need them. Chris Cairns is the new batsman. Ball up in the air, Roger Twos. And is that going to go all the way? It's very close. In fact, it's not close at all. It's 6. Oh, a very clean strike. Well, Cairns is up and over. He's connected. There's no one back. It's 4. Well, Roger Twos getting an inside edge and getting to the boundary, which was the intention in the first place. Not exactly where he wanted it to go.
Lance Klusener is going to be upset at this. Plan is obvious for Roger Twos. Inside edge, 3 for 4.
Oh, Twos has got hold of this one. This is exactly where he wanted it to go. Over deep mid-wicket. Just a couple of bounces. And quite a good start to this over for New Zealand.
It's a big one. That's what Cairns and New Zealand want. Klusener making the mistake on this pitch of pitching short, but he's often been on the giving end of an onslaught that Cairns is now trying to mount.
Well, Chris Cairns has been trying to do this for a while. This one he connects. Short of a length from Lance Klusener, dispatched over mid-wicket. It's still going when it passes the boundary.
Fuller length, angling back in slightly, and Cairns goes. Good brave effort from him, but of course it's almost lost. He's gone for 17 off only 15 balls, 1614, 144 for 5.
Good comeback from Lance Klusener. Kept his wits about him, just a little bit of in movement. He bowls from wide of the crease. Chris Cairns looking for that mid-wicket boundary again. That's a good piece of bowling from Lance Klusener. Real pressure for New Zealand. Chris Cairns there had a lot to do, and Klusener has won the battle.
New batsman Adam Perori. He's a good attacking batsman, but like anybody, he needs time to settle in, and there isn't much of that in this innings now. A lack of pace on that. Perori's taking on for two. Referral, that was always going to be tight.
I think he's out here. When he went to put the bat in to run it, it actually stuck in the ground just momentarily. And I don't think he got his bat over the line. This will be very interesting indeed.
Well done. And Perori goes a couple of feet short. Really New Zealand now on the slide at 148 for 6. New batsman Chris Harris. Elworthy to Harris. It's the 150 up. Elworthy to twos. Well, flat batted in. And may well have broken his bat.
It's 2 bats for Roger Twos. I'm not surprised he's breaking them. This is a terrific shot. Real flat bat, straight over mid-on. The man is very wide, but that has hit so well, he would have had no chance of cutting it off.
Twos has got to go here. That must be out. And they've gone for a second one. Direct hit, and there was hesitation from Twos in the first place. Venkat's referred.
I think the divers just saved him, but it's going to be awfully close, and this is a good piece of fielding. Herschelle Gibbs. Does he get the bat across the line in time? Just. 2 runs a result.
Klusener bowling from the pavilion end to Twos. Should be out. Hansi Cronje takes the catch. It's the 7th one down for New Zealand.
Roger Twos here looking to go over the top again. He's got it plenty of elevation, not enough length, just drops nicely into Hansi Cronje's hands, sore thumb and all. So Lance Klusener strikes again. Roger Twos 35 and 40, he just had too much to do. New Zealand 171 for 7.
New batsman is Dion Nash.
This is a big shot. Dion Nash down the pitch a couple of paces over the top.
Slower ball from Cronje. Nash not quite there, but hits through the line.
Bowled in. Well, a slower delivery. Shot along the ground. Dion Nash had no chance really of hitting that one to the boundary. Clever bit of bowling from Sean Pollock. So the 8th New Zealand wicket falls. 194 on the board.
Well, this is deceptive, isn't it? He just rolled the fingers across, and you can see Nash had been completely deceived. And there you are, there's the pace.
And the new batsman is Gavin Larson. And the single brings up the 200 for New Zealand. So last ball, Donald to Gavin Larson, and edged away. And is it going to the boundary? It has. It's gone to the boundary. But it doesn't really make a great deal of difference. South Africa have won the game comfortably by 74 runs, and it's been a very good performance by Hansie Cronje and his team. Takes them now to 6 points in the group, and they have qualified for the semi-finals.
Well, always chasing the game after that slowish start, and the New Zealanders really looked like being in a position to make an assault on that target. Fleming was the top scorer with 42, but only his partnership with McMillan topped the half-century mark. And there were 2 wickets for the ubiquitous Klusener. He'll get you with the ball if he doesn't hit you with the bat. Kallis was difficult to get away, and his 2 early strikes meant the South Africans were always in control. And not surprisingly, it was he who took the Man of the Match award.